Assalamu alaikum. We have started real and complex numbers chapter number 2. In previous video we have done question number 1, 2 and 3. Today we will continue the same exercise 2.1 from question number 4. So let's start. In question number 4 we will represent 2 over 3 on the number line. It's a fraction. So first check this fraction, convert it into a decimal number. It's a recurring decimal, 0.6666 and so on. So after converting into decimal, we realize that this number is lying in between 0 and 1. It's greater than 0 but less than 1. So on the number line it will be in the in between 0 and 1. So let's identify where it will be. First, draw a line, mark equal gaps on both sides. In the center, we will write 0. On right side, we will write positive numbers. On left side, negative numbers. We know that 2 over 3 is lying here. Okay. So check the denominator. Denominator is 3. It means we will divide this 0 to 1, this portion, into 3 equal parts. 1, 2 and 3. And how many parts we are having? What is the numerator? Numerator is 2. So it means we are having 2 parts out of 3. So 2 over 3 will be here. This is the place of 2 over 3. Let's check. This is the place where 2 over 3 is lying. 2 over 3. Now you can see the solution. We have divided this 0 to 1 into 1, 2, 3 equal parts, and 2 over 3. First part is 1 over 3, second part is 2 over 3, and the last part is 3 over 3, means it is 1. 3 over 3 means 1. So this is the position of 2 over 3. Next number, it is a negative fraction, minus 4 over 5. So it must be on the left side. Again we have drawn a number line, and on the left side, after converting into decimal, minus 4 over 5, we know that this number is lying between 0 and minus 1. It is greater than minus 1 and it is less than 0. So check its denominator. It is 5. Divide this portion into 5 equal parts, and we are having 4 out of 5. So we are moving to left side. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So here you will mark an arrow. This is the point where minus 4 over 5 is lying. Now in next we have 1 whole 3 over 4. 1 whole. It means we have 1 complete part and then 3 over 4. And 3 over 4 means 0.75. Actually we have 1.75. And 1.75 means more than 1 but less than 2. So more than 1 but less than 2. And 3 over 4, denominator is 4, divide this part into 4 equal parts and we are having 3 out of 4. So this arrow is showing the place of this number. Fourth and fifth parts you can easily complete. Now sixth part is a square root number. It's a square root of 5. It's an irrational number. It's a square root of non-perfect square. So whenever you have this type of square root number, always we will apply Pythagoras theorem. In Pythagoras theorem, we have hypotenuse square is equals to base square and plus perpendicular square. This square root number we will use as hypotenuse, and we will always use 1 as a perpendicular. Okay, so by using these two values we can easily find base. Base is 2. Now let's draw these three sides on the number line. As we have base 2, so 0 to 1 and 1 to 2. This 2 is this 0 to 2 length is the base, and on vertical we are going to upward. This 1 is the perpendicular. Now we will join 0 to this point OB. This is the length of square root 5. Now after completing the triangle, we will take compass, a pair of compass. You will put your compass on this 0 point, this point where we have written 0, and open your compass up to B. The radius of your compass will be OB. Then put your compass on this O point and mark an arc. Okay, your arc and the line will be intersect at a point. That point will be the place of square root 5. Question number 5. We have two rational numbers, 3 over 5 and 5 over 9. We are going to give a rational number between these two. So for finding the central rational number or in between, we will just add these two rational numbers and divide it by 2. It's so simple. You can complete this procedure with your calculator. So the answer is 47 over 72. Next is question number 6. In question number 6, we have 3 recurring decimals, 0.5. We have a bar on 5. It means this recurring decimal number is 0.555 and so on. 0.13, we have bar on 13. It means 13. Both digits are repeating, 0.131313. Similarly 0.67, 67, 67 and so on. In this question we are going to convert these recurring decimals into a rational number in the form of P over Q in you can say in fraction. This is the number 0.5. This is recurring decimal and only one digit is repeating, so we can write it in this way. And this is the equation number 1. Only one digit is repeating, so we will multiply 10 on both sides. After multiplication we have this equation number 2. Now what we will do? We will subtract equation number 1 from 2. After subtracting, we have 9x equals to 5, and so we have the required fraction, required rational number 5 over 9. The same procedure we will apply in second and third part. Third part I have done, so you can check this part. Here 2 digits are repeating, so this is equation number 1. In next step we will multiply 100 on both sides. This will be equation number 2. Now we will subtract equation number 1 from 2, so we have 99x equals to 67. So this is the required fraction, 67 over 99. So now this exercise is completed. Allah Hafiz.